An honest review of JXR Performance, all of their products, everything I know about them, and everything you need to know. So as many of you guys probably know, I do have a little bit of announcement. It's probably something I should have said a long time ago. It certainly would have helped, I think, the JXR Performance, but I own JXR Performance, and JXR Performance, and what I want to do in this video is give you guys kind of like a story of basically why I started JXR Performance, the parts, why you should look at those parts relative to other companies. And the short of it is, I wanted to create parts that cost half the price as competitors but be the same quality, because people price gouge in this industry, and that's kind of how it started and where it's become now. This video is not intended for advertising or anything. It's more so just kind of telling you guys about the journey of JXR Performance. Again, why I started it, and kind of everything you need to know about the company, the parts, the quality of the parts. And it's really coming from, I sent out a set of emblems to somebody and they were like, oh, it's a drop ship company in China. And I was like, it's not. It's a small Boston-based company run by myself, because I had so many people in this community that wanted parts, but they couldn't afford them, and even just little cosmetic parts. So in this video, I'm going to give you the full rundown, a history of the thing, and to incentivize you guys just to stay, I will be running a giveaway, so I can give away some parts for the WRX or STI platform. If you like the video, comment on it and you're subscribed, I'm gonna pick 2 commenters and I will reach out to you guys. I'll drop a comment, and you can get a free exterior emblem or something for your car from JXR Performance. But I'll explain the rules at the very end of the video, so at least stay to the end so you can see what's going on with that. But so the short answer, guys, because I think a lot of you guys have probably suspected this, was I started JXR Performance. It's been 3 or 4 years now. We just hit the mark where I've sent out over 4,000 orders towards WRX and STI owners, but it actually started with plate reload kits. When I bought my first WRX, I wanted to get a plate relocation kit, and I was a mechanical engineer working. At that time I was an intern at a manufacturing plant in the aerospace industry, and I remember wanting to buy a plate relocation kit, but it was like $79 both for the Perrin or Grimspeed plate relocation kit. And I said to myself, it's just stamped sheet metal. Why can't I just make this on my own and make it for significantly less money? And then I realized other people might want it. So I made a test batch of 10 of them. I put one in my car. A few people locally were like, oh, that only cost $40. That basically was what it cost me to make the things, kind of get them shipped in and basically pay all the expenses to run the little, business. And then I decided, I'll make more of these and sell them to the community at, very low margins, because I care more about people being able to modify their cars and stuff like that. And I like the idea of just doing some engineering design as a mechanical engineer myself. So it started with plate relocation kits, and then we started doing emblems, lettering, all kinds of stuff. We got into tents. And now what I'm doing with the company is I'm designing aero pieces. Now, one of the things with my company that is different from everybody else, and one of the reasons we're kind of behind the ball on everything, is I refuse to sell a product that hasn't been on one of my WRXs for at minimum 6 months, because I think one of my other biggest complaints with this entire industry is parts are not tested for weather, long-term usage, and all of these things. And I've had so many aftermarket parts on cars that the gloss coat went out, or the paint faded, or it broke over time, or something happened, or the install wasn't perfect. So I'm always a little behind the the ball, because I want to produce products that are good, that they're going to last, and down to things like the emblems. For sure, you can go get emblems shipped from China. It'll take 2 or 3 weeks to get them. And I've figured out the pricing, and I've been able to make enough of them at a certain quantity that my emblems are actually the same price as those, but I do things like provide different thickness of 3M backing tape. The frames are tapered slightly for better installation, better fitment. There's a bigger gloss coat on them. It's thicker acrylic on the emblems themselves. Same things with all my lettering. There's more gloss coat on them, a different thickness of 3M tape. I've done some of the few things that will give you longer longevity with it. They're easier to install, they'll last longer, and hopefully you'll just enjoy them more, and it doesn't cost any more money. Now, if you buy the same things from one of the bigger name brands, it's gonna cost you at least double for the same maybe, honestly, an inferior product. I also came out with a line of F1 lights. My F1 lights are actually legal to be used. Some of that has a few drawbacks. You can't do as many things with the F1 lights, but you also won't get a ticket if a cop is feeling, kind of frustrated. They're also super easy to use. I have plug and play kits, and they're just solid quality. I tested a lot of things going with them, and one of the biggest things with the F1 light, and the reason I started creating that, was that I'd had one that got shorted, and I realized as I took it apart to rewire the F1 light that I bought from a big name manufacturer, that it was like barely soldered together and it wasn't done well. So one of the things I said to myself is, if I'm going to create F1 lights, I'm going to make sure that they're wired properly, and you can't accidentally pull like a soldered pin out of like a connector because you're installing it and it's tricky to install. So stuff like that. I've moved on now to doing bigger aero parts. So we've just released rain guards, we've released a duckbill spoiler, I've released a rear roof spoiler. I'm actually working on a front lip. The front lip, I'm at 8 months running a front lip on this car. I have 3 other test WRXs running the same front lip. The purpose with running it for so long is I want to make sure that they won't break. I think the biggest thing with front lips that aren't like $600 or $700 is they break under, lower duress. So I've been experimenting with different types of material, different thicknesses of material, and so far we've kind of gotten the winning let's say formula where they're going to last and they won't cost that much, but I just want to hit the year mark. So those will be coming to the channel in the next kind of 2 or 3 months. I just want to make sure that they stand up to the test of time before you guys are able to buy them. But the short answer is I started JXR Performance 3 years ago. I appreciate all the support, but I also want to make the video just so you guys know I don't make a ton of money off this business. I do this for the community. I could easily jack my prices up to what everybody else in the community is doing, but that's just not the goal right now. I enjoy the engineering behind it, and my profit margins basically represent my running costs. And I can be honest with you guys that I've turned $0 of profit. I haven't had any losses, but my goal has been to have $0 of profit kind of year over year. Obviously I'm building a business, so that's also normal. But the reality is I want to do product development and make sure the products are solid, which also means sometimes sacrificing on some of the margins, but it means that you guys have good products. We have less than 0.1% returns. I've only had, I think, in the last 3 years, 7 faulty products, and between you and I'm pretty sure it was a shipping issue. We had one person that had a problem with their fender emblems, but it turns out they were using a ceramic coating that was stripping the paint out of them. So it's also something that I'm very proud of, but I appreciate the support and everything from you guys. I want to be transparent kind of going forward with the channel that, all the parts that I'm going to be installing in this car that are JXR parts are parts that I've designed, that I manufacture, and that I house and I ship out personally. And every time you order one, I'm packing one for you guys. And I'm realizing as I make more videos, I'm talking about certain subjects where, maybe people are wondering, where's the credibility coming from? What car community are you in? Well, the reality is I've been working in the aftermarkets business for the last 5 years of my life on top of the automotive channel, and I work with some of the biggest companies, and I work with, tuners, and I work with basically everybody building their WRXs out. A lot of the high horsepower builds that we're seeing and you see on other social media creators, like maybe I'm not driving one right now, but I'm helping them put together those product lists. I work with every big company out there because I also do wholesale. So if you need other products other than that, we sell them. But the thing that I'm proud of most of is the products that I've created and why I highlight them on the channel. So I just wanted to make a video for you guys. Again, thanking you for all the support, being fully transparent about the company that I own, because it wasn't a lack of transparency before. I just didn't feel like I wanted to prop it up on the YouTube channel, because I was like, I want to do this naturally. I don't want people to think that there is, some type of game going on, but I'm realizing maybe it was the opposite, because I think a lot of the community probably would rather support me through, getting stuff through their car than just to, I don't know, whatever else. So I appreciate everything that we've been doing on the YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy the parts that I'm making. My goal also with this year is to do more giveaways and to bring on some sponsored cars. So if you've lasted this far through the video, I did want to announce that we are going to be doing some sponsored cars. I've got 3 slots open where I'm going to be taking basically people that have VB WRXs or actually VA WRXs and doing basically a full sponsored car build. basically it's just like at cost parts for your car, some part testing, things like that. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comment section below, or shoot me an email via either the channel or from JXR Performance. But otherwise, guys, I know that I mentioned that we were going to do a giveaway, so definitely drop a comment if you're interested in the giveaway for this video. Drop a comment, but if you comment and you're not subscribed to the channel, you're not going to be in the drawing for it. So just make sure you're subscribed. If you do, drop a comment on it. I can check that in my YouTube analytics. So there's that, and then I will shoot you a message on your YouTube channel if you guys are selected, and I will send out some, emblems, parts, whatever you're most interested in, honestly. And if you guys have anything, again, if you've stayed this far through the video, if you have anything you'd like me to work on and tackle, or parts that you've had bad experiences with from other manufacturers, and you'd like me to take a stab at designing them myself, let me know, because ultimately that's where I'm at right now, where I want to keep designing parts. I'd really like to bring some big machinery in-house so I can make parts for more cars, but I'm at the stage where I need to continue to grow the business with the Subaru platform before I can start doing that. But we're getting there. So I appreciate the support, guys. And again, if you want a way to support this channel specifically, if you find a video that I make interesting, the best way to support me is to go through JXR for the products that you choose to put on your car. And again, reach out. If you're a subscriber, I know I put a discount code in all the videos, but if you're a subscriber and you're trying to build on a budget and you don't have a lot of money, and just reach out, because again, that's the whole purpose of the company. I want to help all of you guys that are getting into this game, that enjoy this platform, be able to enjoy it and modify it. And again, one of those things is, for not a lot of money, you can do a lot of modifications on your car. That's one of the things that excites me, one of the reasons I made the company. And I'm gonna stop blabbering. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Well, hopefully you took some value out of the video and have a little bit more of an understanding about JXR Performance, the relationship to this channel. And otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video.